Ryan Salkeld.
Daniel Jackson against Ryan.
Which is his perfect chorus.
This is a good round 2. Yeah.
It's Daniel Jackson playing Bujins and Ryan playing the exact same build.
Danny's playing Bujins.
Yeah, Danny's playing Bujins and Ryan's playing the exact same 70 cards he played and won in the last one.
The exact same build he had last time there.
You wouldn't think the meta just changed. Put it that way.
Hasn't changed that much, but it's changed enough that it should do.
You should have different cards.
Let's see what we could do here, regardless. What we're going to do, like I said, we're going to try and update the live points as we go along. Yep. So give us a second. Yeah, so you're going to see us flickering around. Don't worry, we're not actually going to the Shadow Realm there, okay? Just so you know. We're here, we're live. We're going to be trying to help you out, get this sorted out.
I can do live points.
So we're going to be going live in a moment. On the left-hand side, we have got Danny Jackson. No, it's not a Bujin mirror.
It's Bujins versus Madolche.
It is Bujins versus Madolche. How many turned up today, Swagmaster Ash? We have got 60 players today, which is pretty good. We do thank everyone for joining us here today. So at the moment, our TO Susie is giving a announcement, which needs to be done.
Just a second. There we go.
Okay, so we'll be starting in a moment there.
Danny takes first place, starting with 5 cards now, not 6.
Yeah, no first turn draw. So did Danny win the dice roll there, or?
I would assume he won the dice roll. You want to go first with Bujins.
Probably, yeah.
Get Yamato on the board.
So we'll get it going.
I can barely see.
So as I said, on the left-hand side, we've got Daniel Jackson.
I couldn't see what he took there.
And he's taking on Ryan
Salkeld.
Salkeld.
Searching for maybe it's a hare or a turtle. Yep, the hare goes straight to the graveyard. Decent start.
Let's get right onto the action there rather than seeing what's going on. So head to the graveyard with the Yamato.
From Ryan.
So Ryan is now at Danny is now at 9,000 life points there.
Yep.
So Danny's now at 9,000 life points. Need to update the life points. He's at 9,000 now. Daniel left. And what's he summoned there? Was it?
Ice Hand.
It looks it, but it got bottomless.
No, that Ice Hand attacked into the Yamato.
All right.
And then
it destroyed the bottomless, and now it's come out Fire Hand,
yeah.
which brings it to defense mode.
Because he's playing around.
So he's how many life points do you lose off that? It's
he loses 400.
So Ryan is now at 7,600 there.
Then Danny just goes straight back to his set.
Danny's using the end phase effect of Yamato to send one to the grave.
Probably. Yep, there's a turtle. So he's got hare and turtle engraved with a few cards in hand, is that?
New errata, for those that don't know, that turtle can't be activated in the damage step.
Could be relevant if he's playing against Forbidden Lands.
Yep.
Or Forbidden Chalice. Unlikely to come up since I don't think Ryan had them in his last deck, so.
You never know, There's always some weird situation where it could come up. Like if a Fire Hand or Ice Hand attacks into it and that. So Ryan flicks over the trap stun.
Pushing here.
He's probably got a big play.
Doesn't have the Palooza to chain with the trap stun, so he's got the Mayflower and probably Angela yet.
Yep.
He goes for Hoot Cake.
By the looks of it. Just so you know, guys, we're on a little bit of a delay.
I would be very surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ice Hammer's in defense.
Oh, it was in defense, okay.
Yeah, he's back at 8,000.
He's still at 8,000 then. But Ryan making his standard Madolche play.
Yeah.
Overlaying Hoot
Messenger Lotto gets tickets, an overlay for tiramisu, probably. Yeah.
Is it tiramisu? No, it's
Oh,
a
it's
Levier.
Levier for the
Makes sense.
Angeli.
Get back the Angeli.
Right.
Overlay these two,
There's the tiramisu.
just so you can use more effects later on.
Yeah, makes complete sense. And just going to bounce the one card.
We'll see. He's got to send one to the grave.
Yeah, but he's going to activate his ticket.
Yeah.
So.
Danny
What about the
hasn't.
Angeli for next turn.
Yeah, I mean Danny
And
hasn't
he's
got.
under trap stun, so.
Yeah, he hasn't got a response there, but he's activating Turtle. That
No, he
can't be.
activates hair.
Sorry, hair. And that's the one that can't let it be targeted, isn't it?
No, that's the one that can't be destroyed.
Right. So it's gone back to the deck.
Basically, he was doing it to force Yamato.
Yeah.
Force him to bounce back Yamato instead of the two face stands. So we're
Exactly.
assuming he doesn't have a crane in hand.
So he pushes everything into attack mode here.
Switches the fire hand. This is in 3-8.
Is everything going through?
Yeah, he's on a trap stun. So.
But he
So
might have
that's
a
4,000, 5,4, 7,000, I think. So he goes to 2,000.
So Danny's now left on 2,000 life points off that. Wow.
Big push.
Shout out to Ballast Warlock there.
And
joining us here.
I can't see exactly what he made there. Is it Rhapsody and Berserk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
what it looks
Rhapsody and
like.
Berserk getting rid of the turtle, and yeah, that's
And
it.
Danny scoops up. So game one goes to Ryan.
Yeah, showing the power of Trapston with Madolches.
It's very powerful. It's giving him a quick lead there. So Danny Jackson is now 1-0 up.
So you would expect Ryan to be siding in something like Lightning Prisoner.
Probably just assuming he's got that there, but if it's running the same deck. Light Mirrors will be
handy. We had
handy.
the last time, so.
Mm-hmm.
And Danny would be signing in Mr. Space Typhoons.
Potentially Kaiku's if he was playing it. Ryan won. So yeah, it's
Yeah, a very quick game there.
it was. Danny is notorious for going to time, but it makes sense because he plays slow because he thinks out every possible outcome there, which is really important.
Although he didn't have much to think about there.
Not there wasn't much that he could do, but looks like he's siding quickly so he can try and get into it.
He normally has the cards he wants to side in before he even
has
ends
it in
the
mind,
tournament.
yeah.
So yeah, he's very meticulous.
Exactly. So if you were Danny right now, what would be running through your mind?
I'd be upset that I lost so quick to trap stun.
Would you be?
I'd try and get that out of my mind as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But
Would you be wanting to go first? Because you only have 5 cards and
you
you're
have
minus
to go
them.
first for this deck. It's
With
the same,
with
it's the same
Bujin.
with, like Yu-G-iOh. Like
Yeah.
if that was in the format, that would want to go first because it wants to set up very quick, like an all match with 3 sets or something similar to that.
Swagmaster Ash says, I don't understand why people don't side Chivalry. It's not actually that bad. He's right, it's not actually that bad of a card. I think it's going to be a case of like if someone sides it and does really well with it in a big tournament, then it'll see a lot more
Stuff like
popularity.
that does happen. Like Upstart Goblin wasn't that used too long ago up until Patrick Coburn started being in every deck he played.
Exactly.
So it does happen. Like when a card gets used at a top level event like a YCS or this week, let's just say the ARG Championship Series.
Yep. If something gets popular there, it's going to see a lot more popularity
blow up
across the
and
book.
get used all over in almost every deck.
Might well
So-
be there, Swagmaster Ash, who says, I guess it's time to start playing properly again. So, we got the second game starting up in a moment.
Yeah, I expect Daniel to go first again.
We'll see what happens there. So, they're starting up.
Handshake
Let's kick it off.
between the players. Nice to see.
It is nice to see. So, Danny
Yep,
decides to go
Danny
first
goes
with
first.
Upstart, putting Ryan at 9,000 life points now.
No, the other player. Other player goes to 9,000.
Yeah. Wrong way.
Wrong way.
Ryan is at 9,000, not Danny.
Yeah,
If Danny gained the 1,000, that would be amazing. I'd play it in every deck without question.
Pretty much. It would be over the top.
Exactly. So
No
Danny does
Yamato
set
this
3
time.
back row. I don't think he's got any. He might not have any sort of Bujin.
You wouldn't expect so. Like you could set normal things
Yeah.
like a hair or tail.
So another upstart. So this time Danny is at
Yeah.
9,000.
Hey,
But yeah, you could
you could still have a crane in hand, but
You wouldn't want to set that.
no. Hey, Exactly. That's Madolche, probably
Yeah.
searching for Angeli or something.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I respect them to search for Angeli anyway.
That would be the first
Yeah,
choice. There we
it
go.
is.
Right at the bottom of the deck, so took the Angeli.
Strong start, especially against Danny's
Gets three.
slow.
So
well,
he takes the attack there. So
a slow start,
So-
which is what you don't
but he
want.
took the hit there from that attack. How much? How?
16.
1600. So Danny's now at 7-4.
Yeah.
Yep. 7-4 because he's at 9,000.
Yeah, it's 9,000.
So Danny now summons
Turtle with Kaiser Coliseum.
and that's
attacks
100 damage, isn't it? If I remember right.
over.
Turtle 1700.
I believe it is. So.
Yeah. So Ryan is now at 8,900. Kaiser Coliseum, for those that don't know, basically the opponent can only summon the same amount of monsters that the opponent has on the field.
Yep. It's a.
Danny's now at
Really-
8,400 because
It's
another
mainly
upstart
only
was used.
Bujins.
Yeah. There's no
But-
other place there.
Yeah. There's no. Yeah, exactly. There's no other.
Danny
place right
Jackson
on the
is now
board.
at 8,400. Yeah. It looks like there's a classic T set and a pass. Danny in the end phase has MST,
And
which
then
was a
red
lance. So
So
that
the
total
would
thing
come
could
up.
have come up,
Yeah.
definitely.
So what's Danny gonna do here?
Danny decides to summon out.
Through what was that? Another
Another turtle,
turtle.
so
he's
you can
going to
start overlay.
Suwano, searching for maybe it's Yamato or Crane.
He's going to overlay into. That is a Susano, I
there.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a Susano.
He's probably. I would expect him to search for a Yamato or Crane. More than likely
Yeah.
a Crane.
Probably considering it's what he's got there.
Let's see what he searches for first.
It's quite a difficult decision there. Like, there's so many options in this situation. It's like, do you push? No, you
Sends
send
a
a
hair.
hair. So he's trying to protect the Susano there,
Yeah.
which is probably the best option here.
So you can. So if he's thinking it's a fire hand, he's gonna. Yeah.
Yeah,
He just
so-
passes. Like you would have to
Activate before,
activate the hair first, and
If
then
it's
it
a
could
fire
end
hand.
up being a ice hand,
and then
that
that'll
would
get
ju-
rid of his.
That would just be a disaster.
especially with that Kaiser out there, he doesn't want to lose
Mhm.
that.
So it's back to Ryan.
Ryan sets
does-
a monster.
Doesn't have a set, so
Oh,
he
it
can't.
doesn't
So
set.
Danny's very happy he can't get trap stunned,
Yeah,
and he like if and he can't get Angeli now because of Kaiser
Yeah,
Coliseum. So
exactly.
he's in a strong position.
So that set is not doing
he
anything.
just passed straight back.
Right, so Danny activating the effect.
So he's got two tilts and a hair engrave, which is good. Yeah, there's a Yamato. So
Danny
he
adding the
could-
Yamato.
He could again preemptively remove a hair.
Yeah.
But-
Would you risk it if that, considering that could be an ice hand? Because I don't know if I would.
I would just attack, I think. He's got Yamato,
Yeah.
so... Like,
And that's why Danny's
This Suwano is
considering-
already...
Used its effect. It's
yeah.
it's a beater now.
It is ice hand.
It is an ice hand. Getting rid of the.
The 50-50 and it just went wrong for Danny there.
He's still attacking all of these in defense mode.
Yeah. This is Suwano, using its ability to full effect then. Yamato.
Yamato in the end phase, using its
Danny's
effect.
in a very, very good position here. He's ahead on board, head on life. Well, not ahead on life, but he will be next turn.
Yeah, and the way Ryan is.
He's in a
Ryan's got
bad
cards
way.
in hand, but he literally needs to be able to go off
And
soon.
no Angeli again.
But it's just a T set. I don't think Ryan can risk doing anything without trap stunning, which is why he's having to
Mhm.
T set
Like,
here.
he's got to push through a lot of back rows, and I know Danny's playing.
Yeah, and without
multiple Phoenix Shanes.
without like that trap stun to get through that, he can't make the
Yeah.
risk.
And then he's got the risk of
He's-
solemn warning as well,
exactly.
on top of all of the things
Assu-
he's got to play around.
This assuming he decides to push through without a trap stun there.
He's in a bad way. Another fire
But-
hand.
Fire hand for the Yamato. Unfortunately, can't activate the turtle because it got errated.
Yeah,
It's come
so-
up.
Yeah, it has come up.
So the ice hand on the field.
Yeah,
Danny three back row.
the hands are definitely keeping him in the game, but hey, Danny's still so far ahead. This is the problem.
Bujins do generate a lot of advantage. but you need to be able to start off strong with a Bujin in hand. Ideally, that Yamato.
Yeah, the Yamato, having to use your Susanoo to get Yamato is definitely not ideal, but like it hasn't
He's
hampered
managed to
him.
use it. He managed to claw it back off that.
Also using Susanoo to its full ability, the hair, packing into Ice Hand, then a Fire Hand.
Yeah, managed to get through it all. So he attacks the Ice Hand. He targets the middle card,
Yep,
which was bottomless.
And Ryan is out of hand, so he plays 2 of each.
So Danny passes.
So if that's
Ryan
a trap stun,
flips the
and
trap
it is
stun.
a trap stun.
Has Danny got a response? He doesn't. So is this where Ryan goes off? He's got a... Is that a mute fillet?
Yeah, it is, and must have the Angeli. Up the
Maxi into the Angeli.
Ryan.
Is he going to take the Maxi challenge here?
I think he has to push.
He probably does.
Like,
he can't afford to just sit on
not too much, but just enough to get him ahead on board, because he can't end like this.
Exactly. It's pretty awkward when Maxi drops. Like, do you go for it or not?
Yep, there we go.
He's using Angeli's effects.
Ditching for hood kick. Yep.
Yep. Hoot cake effect.
Ryan has declared all in.
He's going really far in. It's giving Danny more and more resources. And is that what you really want to do?
He has to. He has to push through.
He has to push through, but he does. Like you said, I don't think he should go too far.
Goes for the messenger gelato, so he'll probably search for the ticket here.
Yep. At this point in time, Ryan can't actually OTK, can he? Considering Danny is on 8,400.
Probably just goes for the shadow.
He'd want to.
So that means he probably is going for it. If he's not getting the ticket to grind out, I would assume he's just going for the win here. Into lever,
There must be something he can do. Is he? It's not possible for him to deck Danny out either.
I think that would be a. I think that would
be impressive.
Special.
That would be impressive, but I don't think he's got enough special summons to do that.
Shadow, but no Madolche is engraved, so doesn't get the shuffle any back in.
I don't think he wants to at this time.
Overlays for the tiramisu.
The tiramisu's out.
And that's
he's
the
Bookamoon the tiramisu.
He had these one out.
That's it.
That's
all he
unfortunate
needed.
for Ryan, especially since the lands got destroyed.
Yeah. That's all he needed, though, just to book that tiramisu. It's Danny's turn because he can't really continue on there.
He can attack over both here.
Danny MST's the only back row.
Yeah, he did side in, probably side in triple MST.
Yeah.
As you would expect against a deck that plays field spells and continuous spells.
Yeah, and probably playing Light Mirror as well. Danny with loads of cards.
He said Light Mirrors in.
Danny with loads of cards in hands, using Yamato, ditching Yamato.
Surame.
Oh, he removed the Yamato
Yeah,
for
he removed
Surame.
Yamato for that. Close his
Danny's putting a lot of
stacks,
stuff on
over
the board.
lever, yeah, then over tiramisu.
How much damage was that? That's
that is... What did you
19,
destroy? Lever,
wasn't it? Yeah, so it's 100.
600.
600? Okay. And then
8-3, then Yamato is 18.
one of them was in defense.
Yeah, I'm talking about the...
All right, yeah.
One over the lever,
so how much damage is that in total there, Sean?
That is 18 plus...
17, is it? 600.
I forgot how much Surame is.
Hirame.
Hirame,
We'll double check that for you. Give us a second stream.
And Ryan scoops. 2,000.
2,000. So the updated life pods, we'll just update that for you in a moment. Oh, it won't matter because they scooped up and it's 1-1 now.
Right, like the Bookamoon was very brutal.
The Bookamoon was what changed the favour for
he had
him.
to have the Bookamoon.
So let's take a look at what's going on the stream there. We got Swag Master Ash back again. Thanks for joining us there. We got Balos Warlock. Swag Master Ash saying makes Bujins worse. It does in a way.
He's talking about Turtle.
Yeah, the turtle, it does make it worse, but...
it definitely would have helped in that last round.
Oh, yeah.
It would have took Danny from just winning to easily
smashing,
winning.
Yeah.
He would have had...
Here we go. They're starting the next game.
Shuffle
Let's
up
see what's going on there.
Okay.
So, Ryan decides to start off.
Ryan decided to...
And
two Upstart Goblins, puts up 10,000.
Danny at 10,000 life points.
It's interesting that Ryan decided to go first.
Yeah,
looks like he values Danny not going first more than him going first.
I think he needs to set up like the trap zone and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I expect.
Although ideally with Madolche you want to go second, so you just go all in.
It's so you have the extra card because it's a combo.
That it's really important.
Sets up powerful boards with ticket and
so
shadow.
Danny sets a monster and then sets 2. But yeah, you're right, because it's combo. You want the extra card so you can get into your combo quicker. So Ryan, he's setting a second monster.
So you would expect one to be a hand.
I reckon it could be one of each hand, potentially.
It could easily be, but which is obviously bad for Ryan.
Yeah.
You don't want to have 2 on the field.
Exactly. But for Danny, it gives him more options.
It still puts him in an awkward position. Like
yeah,
he still hasn't do the Yamato, which...
It gives him information, which is good.
I mean, Danny hasn't started with the Yamato game, which is not
which
what
is
you want to be.
You want to start with that Yamato.
Considering he's got 6 Yamatos, technically.
Essentially, yeah.
3 tanky. And
so what's he flipped up there? It is a hair.
Someone's...
Can't see what Danny's summoned because
he's
got his
the card with his
hand in the way. He's overlaying though, so it looks like so hair and tail, probably for a Susano.
I would expect so.
It could be the one that mills 5, the Kagasuchi, is it?
I don't think you would go for that.
I wouldn't there. Looks like a Susano.
Looks like if he's that's almost ultimate, it's hard to see with the glare.
Yeah. It's very hard to see with the glare. You can see how much Danny likes shiny stuff. It's like a crow. All the shiny bits.
So what's he deciding on? Whether he wants to touch the hair of the turtle?
I think Danny's still deciding what to do there, but he decides to...
I think he's playing around Trap Trick Trapple.
Oh, got Phoenix Chain.
And MST for the
He
Phoenix
chains
Chain.
it. He's trying to activate.
It's not what he wants. He's MST's on, but he's not too upset.
You probably need to protect that Susano.
Yeah.
It's quite important. So, using the effect.
And then the hair.
What's he going to do there?
I would expect him to send the
Turtle?
another hair, probably.
Another head rather than a turtle.
He's got the second. He's got a turtle under the Susano anyway, so.
Either way, whatever he sends, at the very least, it's Hirame fodder.
Yeah, I just send another turtle.
Another turtle.
He must be scared of Wing Blast. Just passes.
But the effect of the Susano lets him attack all the monsters on the field, like a big Asura priest.
The problem is he just doesn't want
fire hands, and like fire hands, and
he's more scared of ice hand at this moment.
Oh yeah, that back row is going to be vital for him. So passes over Ryan's turn.
He hasn't really shown what it could be either.
Ryan passes. No, Ryan's looking at what's in there.
It's just
checking the effect of turtle.
Making sure I can't work in the damn ship anymore.
Danny with a big life lead there, 10,000 to 8,000. Although it's only 2,000, when you see that extra 0 and you're in like 5 figures, it's mentally a little bit daunting. I always find.
You're not meant to start the game with 10,000.
You're not. But when you see that your opponent's got 10,000, that extra like digit, it's mind. It's a mind games there. It affects you mentally.
Morning, that's what that is. To be honest, at one point in time in Newcastle, used to be 12,000 life points for the final.
Yeah.
That was before organised play, though.
Before organised play.
And before Upstart Goblin.
So it's still Ryan's turn.
Yeah, he's just
still deciding on what to do.
He must have this trap stun again, maybe.
He's wondering if he should go for it or not.
Definitely look through his extra deck, though.
He is looking at his extra deck, looking to plays there.
Maybe he's thinking about flipping up these monsters and making a 101.
Maybe
to try and take the Susanoo, but that doesn't work.
It's not gonna do anything. Because he's got the hair in the grave.
Yeah, he's got the turtle.
So the turtle to stop it. I always get them confused between the head turtle. So he just sets one on each.
Wow.
Just walling up. Danny's turn now.
This is not what you would expect from Madolche.
No. You wouldn't. You'd expect them to like go all out, balls to the wall, and just attack.
It's definitely risky against a Susuano as well.
So Susano's effect.
So you can
So he's got another turtle in there.
search your Mato or Crane. He's got everything else.
Maybe a crane.
Yeah. Is
that Crane?
Hirame.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I suppose if that Susano goes, he can always special summon it, the
Exactly.
Hirame. But he's chosen to summon the
another
Hirame
hair?
and the...
That is another hair, isn't it?
Yep. So he's overlaying again. This time
Abyss
for
Dweller.
Honor Arc.
No, that's Abyss Dweller, which is
Oh,
perfect in
Dweller,
this
sorry.
situation.
It's Dweller to get around the hands there.
And he's got the hair and the turtle.
So that's an ice hand. And
Oh, my God.
all the hands! all the hands done in!
You do not see
Danny
that very
Jackson! Oh! Going in.
He's just handing them the game there.
Bad puns for sure, but my God, the Dweller just ripping Ryan's field to shreds. MST.
That is about as bad as it gets.
Yeah. Just for those that don't know,
Abyss Dweller plus Susuano.
Yeah, Abyss Dweller's effects activated, meaning that monster effects in the grave can't activate.
And he's
Susano
got the
attacks.
Maxi as well. He's got everything in this game.
Oh wow, Danny's had everything he needs. So here comes the Maxi.
And gets Messenger Lotto, gets Shadow again.
Ryan looking to see if he can take it.
This is not where you want to be if you're Ryan.
It depends. If Ryan can win it off this, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but he needs to do something big here.
Shadow.
It's nothing that he can put
That
back.
you got the Messenger Lotto.
But wow, all his hands.
It just attacked over the Abyss Dweller.
Abyss Dweller attacked directly, didn't it?
No, sorry, yes, Abyss Dweller did.
So
it's
Ryan
like 6-3.
is now at 6-3. Yeah. We'll update the life points in a moment, guys. Bear with us.
Removes and kills the Shadow. Like he dumped off the Susuano.
Bear with us a moment
What's
here, guys.
that? A Tanky that gets MST.
Tanky got MST, so obviously does get the attack boost and such.
No, it was.
And he could search.
Yamato.
Yeah.
And that's part of the Waldi in the Crane Book of Moon and Maxi.
Wow, it's a book of Moon he needs to take there.
Takes a book, so he's got a little bit of protection, and he gets attack over both Messenger Lotto and Hoot Cake.
Yep. Sean, what's the life point situation going to be after this?
He's on Ryan's on 6,300.
Okay. Oh, but Ryan scoops up, so Danny Jackson wins there, 2-1 to Danny Jackson.
Yeah, that was a very, very rough game.
Very rough
Ryan.
game. We'll see if we can get an interview with Danny here.
That sounds
after
good.
This.
I'm sure he'll be happy about what he did to Ryan there.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm going to jump out. I'm going to let Sean take on the interview here. So ask him all the questions regarding the match. Yeah, we'll get the correct one up. Bear with us a minute, but hope you enjoyed the first match here. Let's have a look what's going on here. What's Abyss Dweller? Asks Swagmaster Ash. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
It's a hand killer.
Don't even do that, man. We know you know. Instant fusion, no. But wow,
Ryan's build doesn't play instant fusion.
Yeah.
It's card for card what he played the last time.
If you saw the deck list online, you'll know what his list is today. But we'll get it up when Danny's over here. For now, it's just showing what's going on and such there. Danny. Okay, so we're going to get an interview with Danny here. So I'm going to jump out. I'm going to let Sean do it.
One sec. Is this on?
Yeah, it's on.
Right, hello.
So Danny.
Yeah, it felt good.
Game one.
Game one. Yeah, basically game one I knew that I was going to lose because I was in a situation where, well, I know Madolche is a really hard matchup anyway, and the hands are like something which you have to play around all the time. So once Trapstone was flipped, it was pretty inevitable. I was like, I accepted this is game over.
Like you even tried to make a miss.
Always skin this section.
Yeah.
Was it the head?
Yeah, I banished my
Always
head to
skin
see,
this
if he'd make a mistake.
Start on screen.
Plus I had Bujin Carnation in hand as well, and I'm like, well, if he makes a mistake and doesn't hit the Yamato, yeah. But I would have made that play if I didn't have it, to either attempt to draw into it, because sometimes you have to, or like to do that. But like he played well. He made the Rhapsody, which was the correct play. So
To get rid of it.
yeah, so by doing that, it meant it beat us. Whereas had he not done that, I could have Sasano'd into anything really, and I could have destroyed his
At least
board.
got yourself
I
a
could have Quillened, got rid of his ticket, and then attacked over all his cards. But because he Rhapsody is it, he beat us. So he played well. That's how he beat his game 1.
Game 2.
Game 2.
It was just a standout. You like.
What did I have?
Guys and beat over his guys.
Did I have Kaiser in the field for a while, and then I was like playing around the hands for that game? Again, you can't be ignorant. You can't be ignorant towards the hands with Bujins. Like
you played around Firehand by removing the hair.
And
it was the
then I baited and I was like, well, with the ice hand, it was fine because I put myself in a position where after he kills my Kaiser, I then summon my Yamato and I've got Maxi in hand, so I'm like sat there with Book of Moon's head. So I know when he didn't hit my book, I knew his set was traps, and I was like, well, I've won with Maxi.
What we're talking about is just like
I think I drew seven cards. I had Vela as well because I drew summon. I side effect Vela.
Right, okay.
So I had Vela after I drew a few cards, and then game 3 again. I was just.
We were expecting at least maybe it's 1, maybe it's 2 hands.
It was not like I knew. Obviously, I knew there was 2.
Oh yeah.
But I thought maybe the third one's just like.
It was the fact that they were all ice hands.
Oh no, it was funny. I had to not be ignorant towards the hands. So I was when he finished Masasano on summon, I knew that his other card was obviously nothing after it resolved. I'm like, well, this is good. So then he drew his turn, and he was like thinking for a while, and he looked frustrated. So when he set his third hand and a back row, and he basically told us that the back row was fake.
Yeah.
Because of his body language. So because of that, ice 3 ice hands.
Yeah.
So he told us his back row was fake. So I knew the Dweller was going to go through, and I'm thinking, at this point, once Dweller goes through, I'm like, well, I'm not going to lose.
Like when I saw you,
it was one of those things where
it has to be like something reactive. Oh, it's nothing.
Yeah.
When you attacked and went through, you just like.
It was a pretty good feeling. Again, at that point in the game, I knew.
Get to see 3 ice hands flip up on the
to 2 back rows or whatever, and it not resolve.
Nothing happens.
I was like, Abyss Dweller go in.
It seemed like we're expecting Ryan to side in Light Mirror. I'm guessing he sided in MSTs purely.
I think.
Just for the get in the shadow as well.
Me siding my MSTs. Well, I main 2 anyway.
You made 2 anyway, right?
MST is actually good this format.
You did talk about this.
Yeah,
before,
because I was going to main Lance because of Hat, because you don't want to you can't MST anything against Hat. You only MST finish chain, and Hat searches summons my will and gets bottomless. So turn 1, if they get bottomless, it's quite hard.
Yeah.
But
because the amount of blows.
It would be ignorant to think that Hat was going to be the only deck. So against every other deck, even against Light One, I'd rather have MST in case they decide to main Decree. MST is better against Mermails, it's better against Madolches, Bujins, Sylvans.
And this is Overlands?
This is Overlands, and I sided the Lances for Hat, basically. I sided triple Decree as well. What else I sided against Ryan? I sided my Maxi, 2 Maxis, 2 Velas, and the 3rd MST. And it's a hard matchup for Bujins. But Bujin is a deck where it protects itself. It forever protects itself. So it's a perfect deck for an event like this. It's one of my favorite decks.
Favorite decks?
One of my favorite. Because I always lose to decks doing what decks want to do, and I can't stop because I always play something like Mermail, or I play the best deck, and then I lose because I don't have defense. So then I play Bujins, and then I've got infinite amount of defense. Mm-hmm. So that kind of stuff can't happen.
Also, you get to play Alistair Bowman.
I get to play Alistair Bowman, who hates Bujins.
Absolutely.
So that's an auto win.
And you actually test against Sylvans as well this week with Bujins.
Yeah,
How did you find the matchup?
Easy.
I suppose that's one way of putting it.
Yeah, initially I thought it would be quite hard because they consistently put up big guys, and I figured if they do resolve a big soul charge, Bujin can't, Susano plus Crane only gets over 1, so I would need to open Honest to be able to clear an established field.
As well.
I play the 1 Honest, yeah. But then it turned out that it wasn't the case, because it was just the deck locks it out too much, so I'm happy with most of my matchups. I just don't want to play Gravekeepers.
The ARGs today as well. What are you expecting to do well?
Is the ARG today? The ARGs today, is it?
The ARGs today.
Oh!
It's invitational.
I'm not sure. Like, is it the one where there's a few amount of players?
Yeah, there's few amount of players. It's invite only. What decks are you expecting to do well?
Like, I would say artifacts based off US Nats, but US Nats was weird, and like 6 artifacts all qualified for Worlds. But in ARGs,
6 artifacts didn't qualify for Worlds.
yeah, I'm sure they did, didn't
No, Infinity's qualified.
they? Someone told a lie. Top 4 was all
top 4
artifacts
was
there,
all.
yeah. Well, like, yeah, so there was five of the 6 who qualified for Worlds were all playing artifacts. So you'd assume that artifacts would be, but in ARGs, like, the best players, a lot of the best players aren't playing it. So I think it'll be like unfair decks like Sylvans, Light Swan, maybe Madolche.
Well, you would expect Sylvans to get a lot more.
Well, it started. Sylvans has started to see a lot more play, especially with Parrick Obens playing it. Yeah, so like a lot of people are representing it, and then when the top players represent it, everyone else wants to represent it. It's a good it's a powerful deck. I wouldn't say it's the best deck, but
It's got explosive plays.
it's got very explosive plays.
It's very combo oriented as
Yeah,
well.
and I think good players enjoy playing it because it's probably the most skillful deck in the game right now.
It's very hard. It's very hard to get every play perfect.
Yeah. I'm gonna head off because I think we're doing something, but I need the toilet anyway. You want to come back on, or do you want to interview somebody else?
Gihan. Do you want you and Cam to take over now?
Right, bye.